Hi, it's me, Vicki, and welcome back to the channel. Today I should probably say the channel name for that, sweet SEO, huh? Okay, so let's do this properly. Hi, welcome back to Bell Book and Candle. This is Vicki. I make Sims 4 videos, Sims 4 speed build videos,
how to build in The Sims 4, Sims 4 how to rotate objects, Sims 4 tutorial, Sims 4 traditional house, Sims 4 contemporary house, Sims 4 modern house, Sims 4 build.
Okay, I'm done fucking around. Sorry to be obnoxious. If you're not uploading regularly, I'm going to try to follow the other quote-unquote rules so YouTube shows my videos to people. Moving on, today I've got a very big, very blue house. More flowers and plants, but this time it's different than my last video because the botanics are inside the house. What happened is, back at the end of 2019, I played this game called Vampyr, and in it you play as hot vamp World War I veteran, goddamn, what was his name? Dr. Jonathan Reed, in London during the Spanish flu. Not only is the H1N1 virus causing a pandemic that's fucking with the locals, but of course a bunch of vampires and variants called Scowls, I think? Yeah, vampires and the Scowls are killing people and stuff. Kind of like now, but instead of vampires, it's the billionaires sucking the life force out of people. Anyway, in it, one of the pillars of the community is this guy named Aloysius Dawson, incredible name by the way, and his house is also incredible. Right at the center is this huge recessed tiled area with plants everywhere, and at the top it had a skylight roof that let in a bunch of moonlight. I was obsessed. In fact, the whole game made me obsessed with the aesthetics of Edwardian era and the years before and after it. The game was just really good looking. The combat was absolute trash, but oh my god did the buildings look nice. My little sim building heart was thriving. After I finished it, I went to Forgotten Hollow and I remade over every lot to be like a turn of the century one, except Vlad's house, because I don't care about him. And because I think his lot was like too big or something, I don't know. Those are up on the gallery and on my Patreon and whatever. I'd also made one that had an interior atrium, but it had a really ugly house shape, so that's staying in the drafts. For this house, I actually had a really hard time making it to have a good shape to it too. It took me an hour and a half, I think, because I had to keep in mind a decent floor plan, and I ended up making the atrium just really small, but like, whatever. Anyway, as usual, I'm starting off with the floor plan, the wallpaper, the flooring, all that already done. Overall for the house, I wanted a little bit of a contemporary feel, so there's a lot less clutter and colors and not my usual maximalism. I wanted this house to look like it was styled in a fancy interior design magazine. I feel like the stuff from Discovery University helps because it's like a classic style but still looks up to date. A lot of the things from the base game that are Queen Anne style furniture looks extremely shitty and dusty, and I hope that maybe one day the Sims team could like remaster their old hairs and clothes and furniture, because there's such a stark contrast between like the stuff we get now versus what came in the game. Like, so much of it now looks like custom content. In my first video, I mentioned how I didn't like the snowy escape pillars in the ad for the pack because it looked too high contrast and out of place and very alpha. And like, of course I like the pillars now, but it goes to show how weird the new stuff looks compared to what they gave us in 2014. Okay, enough complaining about the Sims 4 assets. I'm going to kind of describe this out of order since I built this room by room and not by floor, but whatever. I'll have timestamps so you can go back and forth. The first floor has sort of an open air floor feel. That's not the right word, whatever. The living room is kind of small and the botanical atrium is just as cozy. The kitchen's got a very stark white feel to it to keep it contemporary. It's attached to the dining room, which you can access from the living room. The dining room is yellow. I don't know how that happened. I don't like the color yellow. There's also a study that's sort of hidden behind a bookcase door. It's kind of small compared to the other rooms in the house, but without a lot of clutter in there, I don't think it's so bad. The second floor has a unique layout to it on account of needing a staircase up to it and up to the third floor. It's got two bedrooms. One bedroom is decorated with a lot of Realm of Magic furniture and is beige and red. It has a sitting area and a sleeping area. All the bedrooms do, actually. The next bedroom is a mix of styles, but is a sage green and like orange color. I've gotten so used to stuffing every room with a ton of clutter that now when I don't do it, I feel like I'm making mistakes, but there were so many rooms in this house, I just had to keep it going, you know? There's a chill area in the corner as well as a room where Sims can play Don't Wake the Llama. If the card tables weren't so ugly, I'd put one of those down, but whatever. There's also a Realm of Magic bookcase with a Jungle Adventure chair and base game table across from it to make a reading nook. The third floor is a little more spacious but doesn't have windows in the hallway. It has 2 bedrooms here that I would also consider guest bedrooms. I don't show them being decorated on screen, but they're just like monochromatic rooms that are opposite to each other. You'll see what I mean when we get to the screenshots. The hallway for this floor has a big fireplace and another seating area across from it with those big wingback chairs from Cats and Dogs. I don't know if this setup is realistic. Who knows or cares how the bourgeoisie really live? Fuck them. We're playing to our tastes. I put in a wall of bookshelves next to the area to hide the fact that there aren't any windows. The rest of the hall has a bunch of picture frames. And I'd like to imagine it's telling the history of the house and the people who live there. From both the second and third floor, you can see straight down into the atrium. The house in the Vampyr game was like this too, and I've yet to see more houses that do this, but I mean, that could be because I only just learned that the word that I was looking for was, in fact, atrium. Also, I've got my window open for this voiceover, so I'm sorry if you can hear all the skateboard and car noises and dogs and whatever else riffraff be going outside during a pandemic. My bad. I am a little regretful that I did this out of order because I just realized you're only just now seeing the study, and I talked about that forever ago. The last area I decorate is outside in the back. There's a place to come sit on the porch itself with the stuff that came from Cats and Dogs, but there's also 2 marble picnic tables from Romantic Garden Stuff connected to look like one long single picnic table. Like the rest of the house, the decoration out here is quite minimal. Anyway, that's it for this build. Thank you for watching, and please enjoy the screenshots.